Hi guys, this is Kevin with KKOA together back again with you with another one of our how-to videos. Today we're going to kind of tackle a problem with my black tank flush. As you guys may recall, last fall, maybe not, I may have mentioned it or not, but my black tank flush valve ended up like where I couldn't hook the hose up, and the black tank tornado, so to speak, would not work. And I thought it may have been clogged, something, you know, maybe either some toilet paper or even possibly a rock or something got clogged in the line, and it kind of quit working. So I tried hooking up full pressure, water pressure, still didn't work. So nothing is working on it. So I am going to try to attempt to fix that and repair it, and hopefully get it working. Kind of gonna learn along the way, but we'll see. Hopefully we can get this worked out. Okay, in an attempt to try to get my black tank unclogged, I ended up putting some air. I hooked it up to my fill valve. This is where, here's my black tank flush valve. So they say it may be behind this in the wet bay. I don't know. I don't know if it's not. I ended up putting my plug in here. When I winterized, try to blow it out, ended up putting like 100 psi. I don't recommend putting that much pressure, air pressure in, because you could cause it. But I just kind of got to the point where I was like either going to blow it out or blow it up. I'm hoping that I can find, there's a check valve. It's acting as if there is a check valve. Some people call it a siphon valve or a backwash valve or anything. There should be some type of check valve or something that goes in line to prevent it from backflowing your black tank into here and coming out. So that's kind of the plan, because what you don't want to do is you don't want none of your black tank kind of flushing or coming out through this. So that's kind of the, take this off. So that's kind of the plan that I want to do, is look and see. There isn't really much out there with doing this, whether on the forums. I try looking up forums, try to ask for Facebook groups and whatnot to see if anybody has tackled this, and everybody kind of has a little different, but don't really know where the bullet. So I'm hoping that it's either behind the panel here or somewhere else. So I'm just hoping it's not underneath where I've got to totally tear the underbelly off, because I do not want to do that. So let's go ahead and try to look behind here. Suggested that there may be a check valve or some sort right behind, but on mine it's just a straight hose. It looks like a PEC fitting, a straight hose that connects to the back, so there's no check valve or whatever in line. So now I need to find out where this line goes. The one thing I did notice, the blue PEC is actually for your fresh water, but this is actually a white PEC. So if I find the white PEC where that goes, that should run into the anti-siphon check valve. So let's take a look and see. Another place to look, which I read on some of the forums on other RVs, the siphon valve is in the bathroom. So to be kind of underneath the sink. So let's take a look underneath my sink and see if we can find it under there. All right, let's check under here, under my bathroom sink. Please don't mind the mess. Oh, I do see where there's a white PEC. So there's a white PEC line that does come in. This is the same hose, I'd be willing to bet, that goes outside. And it does go, looks like the valve is tucked right up under here. So I just need to get in here and change that valve. All right, let's go ahead and disconnect the lines. Should just be pretty easy to disconnect, just a couple little fittings. Just two hose fittings that are there. I guess if I read somewhere, some people said that theirs was installed backwards. The flow was installed backwards from the factory or something. All right. So now I got it out. Pretty simple. I guess it's kind of rattling. It's just a simple valve goes up, pushes that up, and then should come out here. But for some reason, it is definitely is clogged. So I'm going to try to go ahead and get a new valve. Here's the part number. Probably get these almost anywhere. Well, I figured while I'm at it, since I'm under the sink, I might as well replace my, for the outdoor, I got a little outdoor spigot hose that you connect up. It's been clogged or has never worked since we've had it. And I figured, well, I'd mentioned it to Kim, and I said, so I'm going to go ahead and might as well go ahead and replace that too. It just comes to the wall. Take that dude off. Yeah, this spray port or whatever is clogged. So I'll probably go ahead and just replace that whole spray port. So it looks like I need to probably just unscrew that. Looks like there's a nut on the back of that I can get to. Deep well socket. Well, I figure since I'm getting the part for the anti-siphon valve, I might as well replace this, because this obviously is not working either. Hasn't worked the whole time we've had it, so it's one of those things that'd be nice to have. Alright, normally I would just order the part off of Amazon, but I want to go ahead and check to make sure that it's, I can't really wait a couple days to see if that's the piece, if that's the part. So I'm just going to run up here to Camping World real quick and go get the part, and hopefully that fix it. If it does it, then I'm going to have to investigate further. Alright, so this is the part I picked up at Camping World. I guess the part number, I don't know what the part number, but anyway, it should be the replacement part, so we'll go ahead and replace that now. One thing to know is when putting the valve, there's an arrow that points the flow going out. So your inlet comes in and then flows out through this one. So make sure you put it in the right way. Tighten everything up. Alright, now time to test it. Except for it's leaking here. Alright, back to the drawing board. I was hoping that it'd be simple to replace the siphon. So now I've got to look somewhere in the line. Something's going on here. Well, I was hoping this would be an easy, quick video, but unfortunately, I hooked this up. We hooked the water. Of course, the water didn't go through to the tornado. Hooked this up, water squirts out of here, so we know that the valve is good. So somewhere, now I need to look somewhere in this line going down to the tornado is probably what appears to be clogged. So now I need to probably going to, yeah, that ain't gonna be fun, because that's the line that goes to the black tank flush, and I'm gonna have to pull the underbelly off. Well, as much as I really don't want to do this, because I hate, the worst thing I ever done was tear the underbelly off of this. If you remember seeing that video, now I've got to tear the underbelly. I think though, right underneath here where the sink, so I think I'm going to start somewhere like under here. But of course we've got to get the pry bar, and we've got to pry because they used rivets, or they used like a Hilti nail gun to put it in. So the only way to get them out is you got to take a pry bar and pry out every single one of them all the way on the underbelly. Not a good task, not fun. So Nathan's not really too excited because he remembers last time I was doing that. So, but we're going to tackle this. Hopefully we won't have to go as far until we get the line. See where it goes to the black tank. No, there's nothing good about this. So anyway, so they got these, they look like this right here is an actual self-tapper, which is good. But the rest of them are all with these nail rivets that you gotta pop out. So I'm hoping we can just pop out through here, maybe here back, and then get to this area. I'm hoping that the tornado is sitting right up under here, pretty close. So we only need to drop this back half and I can get up in there and replace it or fix it. So that's what we're doing now. Okay, so now I got the underbelly pinning off. Here's my black tank here, and I could see right here's where the line and the little rinser is probably right in here. So this is the line that needs to come off, and so I will take it off and we'll look and see if our hose drains. Well, I was unable to get to the check valve, the flush. I did determine that it is clogged or something or messed up. So I think what I'm going to end up doing is the line that's up here, I'm going to, where it goes up to the black tank flush, I'm going to probably cut that line and I'm going to install a Tornado tank rinser. However, working under that thing is not fun, but I did at least try to get it down with the black tank. Well, we'll see how it turns out. I'll install, I'm going to order a Tornado and I'm going to tie it into that PEX line and it should be good. I'm just going to bypass the existing one and cap it off. All right, enough for now. All right, we're back again here for day 2. I had to get some parts when I got them at Lowe's to kind of for the water line that's going in there for the PEX. So the goal is I'm going to try to cut the PEX. I'm going to plug up the one end that goes into the existing, so that way it doesn't leak, and get that all together. And then I'm going to install the Tornado. So I've made a video like this before when I had the Coachman, where I actually installed this in there. So I'll put that link about how to do it. On how to install the Tornado. This works really well. Tornado tank rinser. Just put it on there and then it cleans your black tank. Pretty much kind of similar what kind of comes standard with a lot of newer models, but if you ever need to put a black tank rinser, this I highly recommend. So, all right, let's go and get started. All right, now I got the Tornado in, got it installed. It's all siliconed. I got a push-in fitting that goes, I'm going to try to reuse my existing valve and just going to kind of screw that in there. It has a rubber seal on there, like a regular water hose fitting, so I don't think I really needed to have the Teflon tape, but you know what, you can never be too cautious, so I just want to make sure that it doesn't leak or anything, so just doing a double layer with some Teflon tape. Alright, go and tighten that up. Bro. Alright, now we're going to go ahead and leak check it. Okay, go ahead, turn it on. Alright, works good. That's good. Okay, well, that fixed the problem. Was able to put a new Tornado, block off the other line, and actually be able to use the original PEX fitting. I ended up getting a fitting that connected right into where the Tornado. I hope you enjoyed this video and come along with me as I troubleshot this, and it worked out okay. Sometimes you got to dig a little deeper and keep on going, but as long as the end result's the same. So if you continue to like us doing these videos, please don't forget to give us that thumbs up. Please don't forget to hit that subscribe button, and we'll be back at you with another one of our how-to videos from KKOA. Thanks for watching. Bye.